Best.
Oh, there he is. Thank you, Stan.
Thank you. So you don't remember me, but I remember you.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, send me a text message or raise your hands or something, so I know. I have some friends here with you, so I'm excited. Let me make sure my Q&A is on. So if you have questions, they say you can type them in and I will see them. Let me make sure you guys can see me and hear me. Okay, that's Sherry. It says I'm live. Can you see me now? It's nothing looking at. So now they can't see me. What she said? It's nothing like looking at your phone. Oh no, she's saying something else. All right, invite people, mute microphone, turn camera off. No. It's okay.
What's wrong?
Well, it said I'm live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? Y'all need some paper. Y'all got paper? I gotta get y'all some paper.
Okay.
All right. So someone said they can see me. I want to make sure that's the case. Can you guys hear me? Just put a thumbs up or something in the chat box. It should. Let's make sure. Okay, so I'm getting messages saying that people can see me. Yay. All right, so this is my first Google Hangout. I'm excited. This is a vision board party. Yay! Yay! So y'all see, I have people. Well, you can see, you can hear. I have people at my party too. So no visual. So some people can hear me, some people can't. So we're kind of messing around here to make sure everyone can hear me and see me. All right, so I think we're good. So if you can't hear me or see me on your end, then refresh, because I'm getting messages saying that people can hear me and see me. So that's a good thing. So we're ready to get going. So I got to get some paper because I sent out an email giving you guys an assignment, and I want to make sure we kick off with that assignment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my camera around because I want you guys to see a few people here and get a chance to say hi to them. Well, I'm going to get paper.
Hello, everyone. This is Myrna.
You said perfect.
Perfect angle.
Those in the mastermind group, we're all sisters in this together, ready to dream. Valerie thinks that she's out of this, but I'm turning to her now. Say hello, Val.
Everyone. How are you? I'm Valerie.
You have something to write with?
All right, so
Thank you.
yeah, there you go.
Thank you very much.
All right, so guys, we are live from my home here in the DMV, and I am Sharice Richards. I'm not assuming that everyone knows who I am, but I'm very excited to bring this vision board party to you. It's a I Have a Dream vision board party, and the whole idea is to really, a couple of things, right? Commemorate Dr. King, what he stood for, how he made so many sacrifices for the things that we have today. And it's important for us to honor that, because I don't know if you guys saw the movie Selma, but it was so moving for me in particular on so many levels, just to see what those people did. They came together and they stood for something, and they were relentless in their efforts to make a difference, not just for themselves and for their families, but for all of us. And so I believe that we all are called to do something similar, but we cannot do it by ourselves, right? Dr. King had the dream, he had the vision, but he corralled a bunch of people together, the community, the state, the nation. He brought them all together to make change for the greater good. And I believe that that's what we need to do. And what better time than right now to bring the dream that's inside of us out, right? So that we can make a difference, not just for ourselves, but for our families, for our communities, for just to make a difference in the world. We all have something that we can contribute to the world, and it's important for us to bring it out. So I wanted to host this world's largest I Have a Dream vision board party, because I am passionate about really helping women find their God-given purpose so that they can serve and impact the world and really make a difference. And so I believe that, you know, we can do so much together than we can ever do individually. So, you know, this weekend, Dr. King's weekend, why not come together, have a good time, and, you know, bring those visions out, put them on paper, and really create a vision that moves, inspires, and touches us every single day. Right? Every single day, to stay in action and moving forward, because, you know, people do this every year. This is not anything new, really, right? People create these fabulous vision boards, but what happens in February? What happens in July? What happens by December when they're looking back over the year and they're like, you know what? I need to do some of those things the following year. So I'm like, well, let's stop starting and stopping, but let's start in a way that really empowers us and inspires us to stay in action. Because it's one thing to have the vision, it's one thing to have the dream, but it's totally separate to stay in action, right? We have to stay in action. So how do we do that? A couple of things. Number one, this is what we're going to do. Everybody has paper, right? I wrote down some notes, and here's the thing, guys. This is what I do. So everything I share with you are things that I do. And I'm not saying that, you know, I have it all together, because it's a work in progress. And what I realized is that once you reach one level, there's another level, right? There's always room to grow. But what I want you to do as I'm talking is start thinking about all the things that you want to do in your life. Just data dump, mind dump, right? Take everything that's in your heart, everything that's in your mind, everything that you desire to do, all those seeds that God has planted in you. Create your ridiculously possible list, okay? And I want it to be big. And, you know, I've created mine in Excel. I have it right behind me so I can see it as I create my vision board. So basically, I have 34 things. This is my ridiculously possible list. And really, it's not complete, because as I'm talking to you all right now, there are some things that I have in my heart that I want to do as well, but I just haven't captured them all. So this is not a complete list by no means, because you won't have time to put everything, but that's where I want you to start. I want you starting by making a list of everything that you want to accomplish. Now, why is it important for you to do that? It's important for you to do that because we are going to get emotionally attached to those things. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Right. You're going to look at it. You're going to imagine that it's right now today, like it's happening right now. It may be something you want to do this year. It may be something you want to do 5 years from now. but you're going to act as if that thing is your reality right now today. That's how you're going to get emotionally attached to it, right? Because it's emotion behind those things that keep you in action. So when you think about the feeling you want to have I'll give you one of mine. One of mine is I have 3 properties. 1 I live in, and 2 are rental properties. And my goal is to pay them all off this year.
She laughs and she says it.
Ridiculously possible, right? You guys don't even want to know the price tag to that thing. Whew. Okay, but that's what I want to do, right? That's my dream. And when I think about doing that, like that for me gives new meaning to debt-free, right? Financial freedom, right? When I don't have to worry about anything. Because here's what I want to do, right? I want to pay off my properties, and I want to be able to travel first class every single time I fly, not just when I fly to the West Coast, but every single time. If I fly to Richmond, Virginia, I want to go first class. See, that's the emotion that your dream should have. It should crack you up. It should get you so excited. I'm serious. It should be like, I can't wait. I can't wait to do that, right? So that's one. There's one experience I want to have. Think about the experience you want to have, right? I want to be able to travel whenever I want to travel. I want to be able to put money aside. Another one of my dreams, I want to put money aside for my kids for their school. Now, my son's school, my youngest son, his school is $38,000 a year. That's crazy. Every time I say that number, I'm like, what I want to do is just have that money just set aside. Just every year, bam, 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 just paying it every year, just because it's in this bucket, right? So when I think about that, I get excited. My son who's getting ready to go to high school next year, I want to have that money set aside, done. I want to be able to travel whenever I want to travel. I want to live in Southern California. You guys have heard me say this over and over again. I want to live in LA. This time of the year in particular. I think about that, I get freaking excited, right? I just got to drag my husband out of DC. I'm working on that.
Ridiculously possible.
Ridiculously possible. Like, this has been in my spirit. I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. But that's on my list. So everything that you want to do in your lifetime, I want it to be on the list, right? And I want you to be able to visualize it happening. I want you to think about how that would make you feel, what you will be able to do, how you're going to be able to give back, the stress that it's going to be able to relieve from your life, the difference it's going to be able to make in the lives around you. I mean, all of that has to be like internalized, because you got to stay in action. Because think about, you know, when God talks about vision in the Bible in Habakkuk 2, he talks about write the vision, make it plain, so that when those that see it, they can run. So when other people see it, when you see it, you can run like crazy. But he says this also, though it may tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. So think about that. Every time I think about that scripture, wait for it. And that's like a theme that I have for myself. Wait for it. Wait for it. And if my friend Narissa Malloy is listening, she knows I just told her that last week. Wait for it, because it will surely come. If God has deposited that seed in you, it will come to pass. But there's something you have to do. You have to consistently stay in action. Like, one of my themes for this year is consistency. See, it's not rocket science between those that have and those that have not. It's just it comes down to what you're willing to do every single day. What are you willing to do every single day towards your dreams? This is why you have to stay emotionally attached to your dream, because you have to go no matter what. You got to keep moving no matter how you feel. If you're excited, if things aren't working out the way you want them to, if you have a setback, if you have an obstacle, you got to be willing to, number one, wait for it, because that's what it says in the Bible. But then number two, you got to consistently stay in action. There's power in consistency. You guys got that? Write that down. There's power in consistency. So you have to stay in action. So you wrote down, you got your list started. You're going to connect with it emotionally. And then what you're going to do, visualize it. So those are our 4 steps. Well, 3 steps so far. Write it down, connect with them emotionally. See, that's going to be a process. And the way you connect with this ridiculously possible list emotionally is that you have to meditate over it. You got to pray over it. You got to read it every single day. Remember, there's power in consistency. You got to do these things every single day if you want to be emotionally attached to it, because life gets in the way. We forget. We get so busy with our everyday responsibilities and routines that we forget that thing we said we wanted to do. We're like, what? 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 I want to do that. I want to do that. So you got to read it every single day. So what I do is I have my vision board from last year. I have it right there in my office so I can see it every single day. In my office, I have visual clues, visual representations of those things that move me, inspire me, and touch me. So if I get in those moments, we all have those emotional lows. If I get there, I can look around my office and I have a trigger, I have an anchor that's going to move me into action. And that's so important, right? Creating your environment so that you're constantly reminded of those things that you want to do. All right, and so then we're going to search for images. So now we have our list of things we want to do. We have connected with them emotionally. We have visualized how life is going to be once we accomplish these things. Now we're going to lay it out on our vision board. So when you're going through the magazine, you have a reference from which to, pull from those things you've put on your list, right? So you have 2 places where you can always reference those things that you want to do, okay? Those visions, where you see your life this year, this time next year, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Whatever that time frame is, it's going to take you to accomplish those things. All right. And so the last thing I want you to do as we begin to map this thing out is to put them in categories, if you will, or make sure these categories are represented. Now, the 21st century woman movement is all about being whole and complete in 7 different areas of your life. You should have a vision of these 7 different areas. And I want to give them to you right now so you can write them down on your paper. You have spirituality, so spiritual, your health, finances, relationships, service, your image, and then celebration. Okay, I'm going to give those to you again. Spiritual, health, finances, relationships, service, image, and then celebration. All right, and so you want to make sure that your vision board is a representation of all of those areas. See, as women, we're multiple personalities, right? There's so many components, there's so many and we got to make sure that they're all represented, that they're all given attention to, because if they're not, then it's going to be lopsided. Think about like spokes in the wheel. If one of those spokes is broken, if there is a dent anywhere in the wheel, then it's not going to roll smoothly. Right? So that's important that you tend to every single area of your life. And if I figure out a way to do this, I'll show you guys the spreadsheet that I create every year for where I want my life to go. Okay? Because it's all about being very intentional about those things that you want to create. Be intentional about those things that you want to create and be crystal clear. All right? You guys got that? So if you have any questions, you can definitely put them here and I will respond to them. But let's get going. I want you guys to see what we have. Like we are set up here. I want you guys to see this. I mean, we got a whole table full of stuff. So I hope we can kind of tap into some of the other parties that's going on, because I know a number of people are hosting vision board parties as well. I hope to pop in on one of them. I'm very excited. I have a couple of my team members dispatched out doing surprise visits with gifts for people that say yes. I'll host a vision board party, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to play with the technology behind the scenes to see if we can bring them into the conversation. But I do want to give a shout out to one person I know is tuned in. Her name is Shadiqua Burkett. She's up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hey, Shadiqua.
Hi, Shadiqua.
And I wanted to give her a shout out because she was like, I'm up here in Pittsburgh all by myself. No, you're not. We're here with you. So welcome, welcome. Oh, all right, well, let's go. You guys have your list, right? You have your arts and crafts and your magazines. See, I kind of have a jump up on you guys because I already started cutting stuff out and get my stuff kind of laid out. So we're going to go ahead and bring you guys into what we're doing here. And I'm going to kind of move this camera around. That's the good thing about having this camera. Let me make sure. Okay. If you guys see this camera looking kind of weird, it's because I'm kind of moving it around so you guys can get an idea of what we're doing here. You guys see? Isn't this kind of cool? We're hanging out. We're hanging out. Hey, Stan.
Yeah.
Say hi to the people. I want to introduce you guys to my husband. You guys may not know who he is, but now you will. His name is Stan Richards.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, you can put dates on your vision board items. Like if there's some things you know you want to accomplish in 1 year, you can make a note of that. Mainly on your list. Okay, so not on your vision board per se, but on your list. So there's going to be some things you know you want to do in 1 year. There's going to be some things you want to do in 3 years, 5 years. Because remember, I said all the things you want to do in your lifetime. Okay, so make a note of those things that you want to do in 1 year, 3 years, then 5 years. Okay, so what do you want to say, Stan?
Well, here's what I want to say. First of all, I love a camera. I didn't realize that until about 8 years ago. But write this down. See the vision, believe the vision, and go get the vision. I was just spending about an hour and a half in my office, and I was, listening to Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, and one of the things he talked about is spiritual and personal development. Is very key if you want to be wealthy. Spiritual and personal development. So and you got to have big vision. So for me, 8 years ago, I drove buses in DC. I have a high school education, never been to college a day in my life, and I just I said to myself, the light came when I was 44 years old, and I said, I have a choice. I can continue to stay on this bus, or I can make some decisions. So, it's very scary. Change is hard. But what I did was I made that decision, and I started to set small goals for myself. I started to put things on paper, and I believe that goals lead to your passion, and your passion leads to your purpose. I believe that with all my heart today, because 8 years ago, I never spoke in front of people. I speak all over the country now. I've written 2 books, and now we're developing a movie for my first book, From the Bus to the Bentley. We're writing a script for a movie. So, anything is possible, and it has nothing to do with your background or where you come from, but it all starts with seeing the vision, believing it, and then willing to put the work in it and go get the vision. And start with baby steps, positioning yourself around like-minded people who's excited about possibility, who's excited about growing, and then, set these small goals for yourself, and then again, that will lead to your passion, which is mine now, is speaking. And my passion led to my purpose, which is to go back and through my foundation and to pour back into a lot of at-risk youth. So I'm excited, guys. Thanks for having me on, Sharice. And let's continue to win. Let's continue to win. No more limits, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so let's see. Can you guys see what we're doing here? So we're gonna make this very interactive. I'm gonna kind of lay out some things I have here so you guys can kind of see. 21st Century Woman, you guys see that? That's my movement. That is my movement to connect women together. You guys know there's going to be 1 million women in the 21st Century Women community. And it's all about women connecting, collaborating, being in community with each other, and really creating something magical. Again, like I said earlier, I believe we can do so much more together than we can ever do individually. So I'm all about that, right? So you guys see here, I have my glue, and I mentioned a couple of things as I was sharing earlier that I wanted to do. I have this paid in full, because my goal this year is to pay off all 3 of my properties. You guys see my condo here in LA. This here gives me life. When I look at this picture here, like this here is what feeds my soul. So absolutely, this is something I want to have watching me, or I can watch it every single day so I can continue to move towards that end. So, Marna, what you got going on?
What I have going on is in the category of image, is that I'm looking for pictures of people that have a well-known image around the world. For example, this wonderful lady right here.
Yes.
And one of my ridiculously possible dreams is that I want to be exposed to directly or very closely indirectly advice that comes from someone like Oprah, who has a well-known image, represents things that I believe in and philosophies I want to follow. I want to receive feedback or guidance very closely from her. If it's not directly, very indirectly, very closely. So I'm looking for pictures of people that I believe that is a ridiculous possibility that I could be exposed to them in a way that could shape my life.
Yeah, that's important. That's very important, Marna, because what I believe is that if somebody has done it, that means it can be done. And if it can be done by them, it can be done by me.
Yes. Ridiculously possible.
It's ridiculously possible. So why would God just stop with them?
Yep.
Right? And so that's important that you put images of people that you aspire to emulate, so that you know what you need to do. I mean, success leaves clues, right? And so if you see Oprah working her butt off, you know, a couple of my mentors, Lisa Nichols, and, you know, I see Steve Harvey. I mean, these guys are like working. They're working. And I'm like, okay, if I want to be where they are, then I need to be doing what they do. I need to be working. So Steve Harvey said this. He said this a couple weeks ago on his show. I don't know if you guys heard this. But it's like my mantra for 2015. He said, I spend my time building my dream, so when I get some time, I can live my dream.
Yes.
So I spend my time building my dream, so when I get some time, I can live my dream. When he said that, I said, that's everything right there. I put it in my journal. I told my team, I was like, if we ever feel like we don't have anything to do, just remember the dream. I spend my time building my dream, so when I get some time, I can live my dream. And so when I listen to Steve, he just really inspires me when I think about, you know, what he's been able to accomplish. Like, people look at the end result, they see you on the top and think that you were always there. No, he works hard. And so when you work hard, you get to play hard. And that's my goal. You know, work hard building my dream, so when I get some time, I can live my dream. You guys can have that. You can have that. Put it on your vision board. You can put that on your journal. That's now yours to have. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got here. I'm a quote person. So if you guys have seen, I like quotes. I like especially empowering quotes from people. So I got this one that I want to share with you all. I don't know if you guys can read this, but it says, it's by Maya Angelou. It says, if you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. That's everything right there, right? Who wants to be normal, right? God gave us a big dream and the capacity to dream big dreams. So why not, right? All right, so, okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to show me what you're doing. And so once you are starting with your boards, you have some things laid out, take pictures, post them to social media, hashtag, you have dreams. So hashtag you have a dream, hashtag 21CW, that stands for 21st Century Woman. Take pictures of your events, take pictures of your boards, and just post them to social media, right? Because we need more people doing this to be moved, touched, and inspired, just as we're going to be, right? We need more people to join this party. So I have a bunch of things over here I want to show you guys. Oh, is this yours?
No, that's not mine.
Okay. I got this from Darren Hardy. He's another one of my mentors, someone I really like to follow. I don't know if you guys can see that. Design your best year ever, a proven formula for achieving big goals. I bought this a couple years ago, and it's a great resource. Again, it's all about getting in action and then staying in action, because everyone can start, but can you finish? All right. So let's see. Tell them what you got going on over here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm starting on spirituality because I believe that's the foundation of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, this isn't, I wouldn't say ridiculously possible, but I think it's a necessity. It's a must that I have an intimate relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
So I want that to be so strong and so tight and so just so have such a great relationship with him that I can just hear him in conversation as I'm hearing you speak right now. So that's my focus right now.
That's powerful. We learned last night at with Johnny Parker that Christ absolutely has to be the center, the foundation of everything that we do, because he's the one that gives us the vision, and he's the one that's going to make it all happen. And so Reverend Parker said something last night that was so powerful. He said that you can live by a script and do you, or you can live by the scripture and do the author. Remember you said that word?
I do remember that.
I was like, that's everything right there, because we try to take our life into our own hands. We think we know everything, and we end up living a life, he said, that's going to be full of mystery, drama. What was the other one?
Horror.
And horror. Oh, you were there too. That's right. When he said that, I was just like, right. Like if you got mystery, drama, and horror in your life, then it's time to examine your life.
You're creating it yourself, right?
You are creating it, right? That means you are in control of your own life and not God. So he said we need to surrender to God. And what was the other thing? He said love and surrender. There was two things he said we needed to do. One was surrender. Surrender to God. And that's how you're going to bring all these things to reality, guys. You got to surrender to his will.
He said, clarify your quest through the author who wrote your story, and not through you. Demand courageous truth. Men and women, take full responsibility for owning your stuff. Champion generous kindness. I love this. Leaving people better off than how you found them. Engage in compassionate community, what we're doing now. You can't know yourself and grow yourself by yourself.
That was everything.
And pursue continual renewal. That's my whole life right there. Like it never ends. So he started off talking about don't just focus on your destiny. Sharice gave me an aha, like emotional moment one day when she allowed me to just describe to her everything I was doing to try to see what God wanted me to do and see what God wanted me to do. And I just got to see it, Sharice, I got to see it. And she said, Mom, just relax and let him show it to you and stop trying to grasp for some visual end and just walk with him. And I took this deep breath, and it was like I had a whole new outlook on what it meant to just let him do it, and I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So pursue continual renewal. We are made to be filled up to live the life God wants us to live, but you can't pour out without ever being filled. You must renew, or you will commit soul abuse. And then he helped remember that he said silence and listen all have the same letters in them. And that whole renewal and restoration, which is what we're focusing on now at FBCG, is take a moment and stop talking, stop moving, and listen. Silence and listen.
That's how you're going to connect with your vision, the dream that God has, when you're just quiet and you let God guide you.
Yeah.
Because he's always speaking. Problem is, we're so busy, we can't even hear him. We can't even hear him. I want to make sure, I'm getting a couple of questions. I want to make sure you guys can I want to make sure I will respond. So the 7 areas for the 21st century woman is spirituality, finances, health, relationships, service, image, and celebration. Celebration is so key because that's all about just letting your hair down and having fun. And I put that one in there for me because sometimes I can be so serious. I take myself way too seriously. Let me tell you guys this story. My sister, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this thing called 5K, and they throw like this colored dust on you. And so my sister has done it for a couple of years. My kids did it with her last year. They had a ball doing it. I mean, a lot of people participate in this run. So they asked me if I would do it last year. I said no. And they asked me again this year. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm going to have all of this stuff in my hair. And like, how would I clean off to get back in the car? Like, so serious. And I said, you know what? Like, God showed me something in that moment. And I said, you know what? I'm going to run it. I'm going to run that color run so I could just let my hair down and freaking have a good time. Y'all too, I know a lot of you women out there, y'all so serious, right?
My challenge would be different. I would like to believe I can run 5K. Let
me tell you, 5K is 3 miles. So for anybody out there that's like thinking it's a marathon, you can walk 3 miles in less than 1 hour. Less than 1 hour, you can do that.
But guess what? For this category of health, I may not feel confident that I can do it now, but it's going on this vision board. That's
her vision.
A matter of just discussion.
She said she's putting running a 5K with me on her vision board, just running, right?
She just made me commit again.
Okay, so I want to show you guys some other things I have on here, just the vanity stuff, right? We gotta just have some fun. So this year is my 15-year anniversary. I've been saying this to my husband. I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, honey, I said, listen, it's 2015. He's like, okay. I was like, and it's my 45th birthday this year, and it's our 15th wedding anniversary. And he's like, okay. I'm like, you don't see the correlation? It's like they all end in 5. Hey, it's like, okay, what do you want to do? So I'm like, oh, I want to renew my vows. I want to have a big party, like a big blowout birthday party. I've never had a party. Matter of fact, I need to put that on my vision. So I have a big party when I'm 45. Do I still have a big party at 50?
Yes.
What y'all think?
It's a whole different milestone.
Or when I turn 50, it'll be our 20-year anniversary. So I'm like, well, do I do a party now and the renewing of the vows at 20 years? Or do I renew the vows now and then have a 50th birthday party? Like, decisions, right? Y'all help me out. What would y'all do? What would y'all do if y'all
All of the above.
But here's the thing. So I told my husband that when we get to 15 years, I wanted a big, obnoxious ring. Just to upgrade. He's like, your ring that you got right now is not big enough. I was like, I want obnoxious, okay? I gotta admit it. So I got this here. Y'all see this?
Ooh, that's beautiful.
This is probably not as big as I want it to be. Matter of fact, I want y'all to see the ring before you see me. Put some stuff like that on your vision board too. That's gonna crack you up. Yes, I want a big old obnoxious ring. That's just me. I'm gonna show you the other thing I want too. That I got kind of laid out here. Y'all see what that says? Flat abs.
Yes.
Today.
I thought you already had that.
6-pack.
6.
Matter of fact, I need to change that to a 6-pack of abs. Anybody that knows me knows I'm always talking about a 6-pack of abs. So that's something I want to do. Another thing I want to do is I want to go on a missions trip. That's under my spirituality. I've always said I wanted to do a mission. God like deposited that into my spirit a couple years ago, and I've just never really done anything with it. But this year I said it's time for me to put that on my vision board and begin to seek out opportunities. Because let me tell you guys something that's very, very important. Something is what you're doing when you're creating your vision board and really putting these concepts from your head to paper is that you are imagining, or you're programming your subconscious mind. Yes. You're programming your subconscious mind to recognize these opportunities when they come to pass, when they come in front of you, because God is always speaking. Opportunities are always in front of us. And so we have to make sure that our subconscious mind is programmed for success. It's programmed to recognize those things that we want. And you can only do that by mapping it out like we're doing right now, attaching emotion to it, and then going about your daily activities, because then your conscious mind will recognize the opportunities, right? So I know that because my subconscious is programmed to do a mission trip, that I can, when an opportunity presents itself, I'll know it, right? It'll be time to take action because now is the time, right? So that's why this whole exercise is so very important. All right.
You have a comment that the connection might be choppy. It could be one person, but you might want to check and make sure everybody's not having a problem with going in and out.
Okay. So I'm hearing that people are, okay, so some people are, the connection is choppy at times. I don't know if that's me. Let me make sure.
It's not more than one person.
Hold on, let me do this. For you guys. All right. So this should be better. Okay, should be better. So you guys should be much clearer now. I hope that's the case. Let's see. I have a couple of friends that's doing some vision board parties right now, and if they can post their images on social media, hashtag you have a dream, that would be great, so I can see what you're doing. Someone has a question here in the chat box, and their question is, what should be the first thing? How should we begin the vision board? What is the first thing that we should put on the board? Okay, so the first thing that you put can be anything that you want to start with. Okay, one person says she'll start with spirituality, and then we got image from another person. I kind of started with my what I want to do as far as my business this year with the 21st Century Women Growth. I just put a big old logo for that as like my centerpiece, and I'll kind of build around it. So I'm kind of laying everything out, and then I'll begin to tape and do markers and kind of put little quotes here and there. So I would say for you, just start with what feels good in your mind, your heart and your spirit. Or you know what, you can just start with the first picture that you see that resonates with you in a magazine that you've clipped out. So it really doesn't matter. The key is just to get all of those images, all of those elements on your vision board, kind of lay it out so that it's visually appealing to you, so that when you see it, it moves you into action. That's the whole key here, right? Getting emotionally attached. I can't say that enough. Get emotionally attached to this vision so that you stay in action this year and beyond. Okay? So I hope that answers your question. So
Can you elaborate on image?
So image is going to be how you physically show up. So making sure that you look good, you feel good, that you dress in a way that compliments you, right? And so you have a style that complements the style that resonates with you. So that's the whole idea behind image.
When I think of like image for myself, I think of the first opportunity somebody gets to assess me is from what they see.
Say that again, Myrna.
When I think of image for myself, I think about
Hey.
the first opportunity that someone gets to meet me and they see me before I even open my mouth.
Okay.
What's their assessment or perception of who I am? What do I give off? And how do I show up from that standpoint?
You guys hear that? That was good. All right, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna continue to show you guys some things that I have here. I got this clipping. I thought this was really good. More efficient, more systematized, more disciplined, more profit. You have all those things, you good to go. So guess what I'm gonna do? Let me see your scissors.
And that's Jimmy John.
You
might not have that.
Right. I'm gonna cut that off.
That's powerful.
Okay.
That's all I need on my board right there.
Right.
I
When
don't
you
need
think
none of
about more efficient, more systematized, more disciplined,
Ooh-wee. That's
we
all
can
right.
just spend the next 10 minutes talking about discipline, right?
That's the
Because
key.
it's your discipline that's going to keep you consistent,
Yes.
right? That's the key.
Right there, it has entrepreneur on it. It's yeah, either one of those. Either one.
So more efficient, more systematized, more disciplined, more profit. This is in every area. Are these your scissors?
You have those are mine, but you have some just like that.
Okay, that's what I was like. Wait a minute.
Cherie,
I thought I had some.
What is your plan of action, or what do you do to remain consistent or to get out of the mode of procrastination and just take action?
You guys hear that question? What do I do to stay in action? A lot of what I just shared with you guys today, as far as making a list that I want to do and really getting emotionally attached to it. So part of my getting emotionally attached to those things I want to do is having my quiet time every day, so that I can read the Word of God, I can pray, and He can begin to reveal some things that I want to do or that He wants me to do. So it never fails. Like if I have, something that I don't want to say stressing or worrying about, but something I need to tackle. By having my quiet time ritual, God gives me an idea. Or when I'm reading His Word, like these ideas will jump out. The responses to those things that I've programmed into my subconscious mind will begin to show up. And it's like when God speaks to me in those moments, it gives me the motivation to go out and do it. Right. So that's one thing I do. The other thing I do, guys, this is very important, is that I'm very disciplined in terms of having that personal development time every day. So my personal development time is either listening to something empowering or reading something. And I try to make it a point every day to listen to something or to read something. And one of my goals last year was to read at least 6 books throughout the year. And I read a wide range of books, from someone else's story, because I'm always inspired that someone else was able to do it. I'm like, if they can do it, then why can't I? I was listening to this guy's story who was in jail for 13 years. He reprogrammed his subconscious mind, essentially doing this that we're doing today, all the things that he wanted to accomplish in his mind. And he reminded himself, he reminded himself of those things every day. And when he came out, he just did those things that he needed to do every day. He hit the pavement. Whatever it is that you need to do to reach your goal, he did those things every single day. And within 5 years, he was able to create a business that generated $20 million. And there was an Inc. 500 company. When he said that, gave me the idea of creating an Inc. 500 business for the 21st century woman. I was like, if that guy can do it, then why not I? It's the power of consistency. So it's those little things that you do every day. It's not the big things, it's the little things that you do every day. So my quiet time is very important. My personal development time is very important. And then I intentionally surround myself with people that are doing big things. I mean, like, that's so important, because if you hang around, mom and them, people that's not, I mean, you need to hang around big vision thinkers so they can stretch your vision, so they can move you into action, so that when you're feeling low, you can be inspired by what they're doing. So surrounding yourself around the right people is so key. And then, like I said, in my office, I have those visual triggers in my office. So if I'm sitting there feeling kind of lazy, which we all feel, I can look up, and I have this quote right above my door that says, dwell on possibility. So when I think about the possibilities, then I'm like, this is what I want to do. When I think about, like I said earlier, paying off my homes and being able to travel first class and be able to pay for my kids' education and give back to the causes I want to, like that, like the feeling from that, it gets me excited. And that's what keeps me in action.
So can you, for us, so it doesn't seem so foreign and, such like a foreign concept, when you talk about, I spend my quiet time in the morning and I do my personal development. Can you just sort of step through with Eve a little bit more detail or vision, what a typical day looks like for you? What time? What time do you get up? What time do you do your quiet time? Then I go and I do X, and just give us an idea of what that looks like.
That's a good question. And I asked I have a coach myself, right? Everybody should have a coach, a mentor, someone that allows them to see possibilities beyond themselves. And that was the very question I asked my coach, right, Marna? I said, what do you do? Like, tell me what you do. And one thing that he shared with me that I thought was very important and really changed my whole perspective was, he said, for me, every day is the same. Like, if I get up at 5:30 or 6, then I get up that time on Saturday and I get up that time on Sunday.
Wow.
Like, I don't take a day off from my routine. And when he said that, that changed everything for me. And I was like, I get up at I'll be honest.
Let's do that, right?
I get up at 5:30 on Monday through Friday. On Saturday and Sundays, I get up at 6:30. 6:30. But I still get up early enough to have my quiet time. So that's the first thing I do. I get up, I have my quiet time. And I like to have it before everybody else gets up in the house, because it's quiet, it's still. Once my son wakes up, like, there's like an occasion that I wake up later. I'll be honest with you guys. I just don't feel like getting up. But more times than not, I'm getting up. But when I do slide and my son is up, I'm like so mad, because now I got to listen to the TV or him asking me questions. I can't focus like I need to. So I get up, have my quiet time. Monday through Friday, I am then getting my son ready for school, because my son goes to school 1 hour away. So he, that's a good question, Martin. I want to share this with you guys before we end, because this thing is scheduled to end at 4. So what I do is I get my son ready for school, and then I leave out to drop him off like at 7:15. I take him to school. I drop him off like 8:15, 8:30 is when he needs to be there. And then after that, I go to the gym, and I work out between until 9 until 10. 10 is my cutoff. Like, I have these time points, right? So 10 o'clock is my cutoff for the gym, because I need to be back home by 10:30 so I can eat and then be ready to start my day at 11. And so I do my work between 11 and like 4:30, 35 o'clock, because that's when my son gets back home. My husband picks my son up. Okay, so by the time my son gets home at 5, he has 1 hour of TV time. So then I get until 6 to continue to tie up loose ends, conference calls, whatever I need to do for that day. By 6 o'clock, I'm shutting it down so that I can cook. And Oh, that's another thing I need to put on my vision board. Cook. A cook. Not me cook, a cook. And so I get my so I dedicate between 6 and 8 where I don't have any calls or anything going on, because that time is for him to eat dinner with him and to do his homework, make sure he has a bath, and then we read. And then he goes to bed at 9, and then I try to wrap up whatever I need to tie up between 10:30 and 11. I don't really watch TV. As a matter of fact, I'm on a fast, which says no TV, no sweets, no meats. So no TV for me. If I was watching TV, it would be something like Oprah, the OWN network. Trying not to watch the news. My husband, that's a hard thing to do, because my husband likes to come in the bed and watch the news. I'm like, dude, really? Like, we really gonna turn the news on
and go to bed on with all that.
as we're getting ready to go to bed, as we're getting ready to turn the lights off? Like, seriously? But my point in this, guys, is that if I don't work out in particular, talking about programming your subconscious mind, my subconscious mind is programmed to work out. And there's this thing that happens if you don't, like, if you are in a routine doing something and you don't do it, it's like, it says a trigger. Like, oh my God, it's like an alarm that goes off in your body because you didn't do that thing. And if I don't work out, there's this alarm that goes off in my head, and I don't feel like my day is complete until I work out. Like, that's the example of programming your subconscious mind. The problem is, when it comes to success, we don't set any standards for ourselves. It's so easy to let ourselves off the hook. So if we slip, if we miss a day, if we don't do it, then it just is what it is, right? We don't feel anything behind it. We don't feel some kind of way. We don't feel guilty. We don't feel bad. It just goes. And then we wonder why we don't get the results that we want in our life. Like, that's the consistency that needs to happen. So your routine should be set up to where you do these things every day. You have a routine in your life. So if you don't do it, an alarm goes off in your head and your day is not complete. It's just like if I don't have my quiet time, an alarm goes off in my head and I gotta have that time. So that's how you need to program your environment, your actions, your habits for success, that if you don't do it, then this alarm begins to go off because it's not complete. Does that make sense?
It does.
You got to be in a routine. It has to be part of what you do every single day. So don't look at Saturday and Sunday as a day off. It's not. Sometimes my kids are like, I want to sleep in. We don't sleep in around here. Like, if you want to sleep in, then you go to your grandmother's house. That's where they sleep in.
I don't know where you're going to sleep, but you get.
We don't sleep in here. My son's like, I want to sleep in. We don't do that here. We get up. Like yesterday, we got up. We went to the gym. We were at the gym by 10. And this morning we got up to go to church. Like, we don't sleep in. Tomorrow, my husband's speaking at, he's on the panel at First Baptist Church of Glenard in their race relations event for Dr. King. Very proud of him for that.
Yes.
So we'll be up there. So there's no time for sleeping in. We don't sleep in. We got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. So if you're sleeping in, that ain't it.
So were you always that way? Have you ever slept in?
Was I always
life?
this way?
Yes.
Yeah, I love sleep.
That.
I love sleep, but the problem is, like, I can't sleep too long because my mind is always going. It's always something to do. I don't sleep. I can't sleep too long. Like, even if I'm tired and I'm like laying in the bed, I can't go back to sleep because my mind is already on the day's activities. It's crazy. It's crazy good. But so program your activities and your routine so that if you don't do that success habit, it triggers an alarm in your body. So I want you guys to see this. Where my sister-in-laws at? They hey, Cookie and Michelle. I want y'all to see this because we're having a family dinner today, and I can't take no credit but hosting. But this is my sister-in-law, Cookie. Say hi. Hi. They're in there cooking up a storm. Her and it does smell good in here. I can't take no credit, but I want you guys to see what's getting ready to go down over here. Look at my sister-in-law, Michelle.
So I did
Y'all
some
see her?
string beans, carving up the turkey.
Y'all see this?
We have collard greens cooking. I got a roast in the oven, a turkey.
Oh my God, her roast is thebomb.com. I can't even eat it today because what they say, no meat,
That's Monday through Friday.
no meat, no sweets, and no TV.
Monday through Friday.
She says Monday through Friday. I guess I've been cheating myself because I haven't took a day off.
So you owe yourself a couple days. No.
That means I can have some roast, y'all. Okay, what else we got here? We got the
Corn
rolls.
on the cob.
Are these supposed to be the
Chicken.
good rolls? I heard
Yes,
these are the
those
good
are
rolls right here. These
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
sweet
sweet
rolls.
rolls. So while we're having this really is a party, food and all.
Look at this turkey.
Look at my sister-in-law hooked up, y'all. This turkey's falling off the
meat
bone.
side. It sure is, and it's the dark meat side.
All right. So y'all can see what we got going on over here at the Richards, right? So we're gonna be chowing down in just a couple hours, right? So while they're doing that, I'm doing this. So let me make sure before we begin to wrap up. I know I got some pictures to share with you guys. I hope you all are sharing them on social media and everything. Do you guys have any questions for me? I've had a great time with you all. I mean, I really have. I haven't got too far on my vision board, but trust me, once I get off this phone, I'm gonna go to work because I already have my clippings. I already have that down pat.
You see some of the things that have
Where are you on the road today?
Sexy and strong. So put some big, bold letters, words, phrases that when you see it, it evokes some type of action and feeling in you. Oh, let me tell y'all this. Y'all gonna be the first ones to know. I put this out here. It says the best new books. God dropped this in my spirit. And I'm getting ready to write another book. I'm excited too. I should tell y'all the name of it, shouldn't I? No, I'm gonna wait.
You might want to hold on to that.
I'm gonna hold on to my name. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna wait. Oh, I got this here. Let me see something. Oh, let me show y'all this. Y'all know me. I be getting excited about everything. The other day I was doing this call with my mastermind group, and I was like, "Oh, this is my favorite scripture. Oh, this is my favorite scripture." Remember that, Martin? I was like,
yes.
all of them was my favorite. I get so excited about my stuff. That's how you guys need to be. I'm serious. You guys need to get excited about your stuff too. But look at this. Look at this saying right here. Y'all see that? Hear your competitors say, "Wow," or "My, how you've grown." Who want that? That's gonna go right up here. No shade, no shade. I'm just saying. Big time. So I'm taking this here, and I'm gonna put my picture where she is. Big time. How many of you guys are ready to go big time?
I'm ready to go big time. And guess when that starts? Guess when it starts?
When it start? Right now. Today's the day.
Yeah.
Say, look, Myrna say, today's the day, right? No better time than right now, today.
What is it time to do? What is it time to do?
Y'all see that? Erase your limits. What? Look, Inc. 500 company. That's my vision.
It's tough.
The Inc. 500 company.
Show up here.
I'm not gonna have this whole thing, but I'm gonna have an Inc. 500 company. That's my vision. What's your vision? Share with me. Share with me your vision, guys. I'd love to hear. I'd love to support you in your vision. I believe that there's power in community. It's power when we all really come together. So whatever it is that you want to do, I want to support you. I want us to have a great time doing it. I want 2015 to be the best years, the beginning of the best years of our life. And I'm excited about what we're going to create, guys. This is just the beginning of some amazing things that I have planned this year. I want you to make sure that you stay connected to what I'm doing with the 21st Century Woman movement. It is going to be big this year. We have some big goals. We have some great things that we want to do. And we're going to need you. Like if we're going to get to 1 million, we're going to need all of you. So I want you to definitely make sure that you stay connected to what I'm doing, what my team is doing. We are all very, very excited about bringing something different, something exciting to you. Bringing together the best of the best in terms of content and next level thinking, bright ideas. These women are absolutely amazing. That's going to be coming and pouring into you. But before they can pour into you, you have to be connected to this community, this 21st century woman community. So go to my website, ChariceRichards.com. There's a place for you to sign up on the list, and you can sign up. And we're going to be just shooting out information. I want to give you guys a heads up. Next month in February, I'm going to be doing this series with this certified personality trainer. Her name is Karen Ward. I'm very excited to bring this event to you guys because the movement that I'm starting is all about, let me say the movement that I'm on. Like, we've already started. It's go time, right?
Mm-hmm.
The movement that I'm on is all about women awakening to their heart's desire, right? That's the first part of it, awakening to your heart's desire. That's what this process here is all about. That's what my first quarter is all going to be about, awakening to your heart's desire. So what is it in your heart that you really want to do? Okay, so I have a series of events around that theme. This is the first one, with getting that vision out of your head, writing it down just as God instructed us in the Bible, and waiting for it, just taking action, and not losing heart, not getting discouraged, not stopping, but keeping going. Next month, I have Karen Ward. Her and I are going to do a 3-part webinar series. You guys will be getting information about that this week, called Your Limitless Personality. Your limitless personality. When I tell you she breaks those personalities down, she breaks those personalities down so that you know who you are. Like, the only way that you can do great things is if you know who you are and whose you are. I love what Karen does. I love her message. And I'm excited to bring this special event to you guys next month. Okay, so that's in February. In March, I'm doing the Rock and Roll 5K. It's a 3-mile run, and I'm asking you to join me. A number of women have already said, Sharice, I'm going to join you. I'm in. I may not be able to run. I'll walk. Whatever it is, I want to have 100 21st century women together on that Rock and Roll 5K. It's March the 14th. I'm very excited about it because part of doing great things and looking good is feeling good. And we have to make sure we're eating properly. We have to make sure that we're moving our bodies. That's another thing I'm going to be talking a lot about is moving your body, having some physical activity. Because if you're not exercising on a regular basis, then you're not going to have any energy. You're going to be tired. You're going to be like sluggish. You're going to be exhausted at the end of the day. Like, you're not going to be able to even get up. I'm talking about getting up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. You're going to be like, I can't even pull myself out of the bed. So exercise really does a body good. So that's why I have these images for myself on exercising and really staying active. All right. So that's it, guys. I'm going to take a picture of us. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a picture of me. I want you guys to be able to see what's happening because we're getting ready to shut down. Let me see. Do you guys have any last minute questions for me? Let me make sure we don't have any more questions. I hope you guys don't have any more questions for me. I hope we're all good. I hope you guys have had a good time. Oh, someone asked for the hashtags. The hashtags are hashtag you have a dream, hashtag you have a dream, hashtag 21CW, hashtag you have a dream, hashtag 21CW. Ladies, I'm looking forward to doing some amazing things this year. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. I'm looking forward to being in community with all of you. I'm looking forward to going to the next level. I'm looking forward to your dreams, your vision becoming a reality, and looking forward to lives being changed because you decided to say yes and to stay in action. Remember, that's what Dr. King did. He had a dream and he was sacrificial and making that dream a reality, lives were changed. Our lives today, 30, 40 years later, 50 years later, are changed because of the many sacrifices that he made in the community that he was able to build, what they were able to do. Lives are forever changed. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing with the 21st Century Woman Movement. I hope and pray that you will join me. It will be fun, engaging, and I'm looking forward to my brand ambassadors. I got a number of women that is going to be joining me in April for a 2-day retreat. I'm very, very excited about that. So we have some exciting things planned. Let me tell you, the 21st Century Woman Movement is moving. This train is moving. So I look forward to you guys joining us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be nothing like you've ever seen before. I'm looking forward to collaborating with some amazing women to take this thing even further across the country. Okay, we're not going to just stay here in the DMV. We are going across the country. So I hope you're ready. And if you know someone in another city that would benefit from what we're doing, let me know. Shoot me an email, a text message, an inbox message. Let me know, and let me connect with them. All right, so we can take this thing across the country like we plan to do. All right, so I think that's it, guys. We are done. You guys have a good time?
Yes.
So we're going to continue here with laying out our vision boards. We're not going to be done. We're signing off for now so that we can complete what we started here. I want you all to continue. Okay, continue on what you're doing. Have a good time doing it. Don't stop until you're done. And shoot me a picture of your vision board. Post it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, hashtag you have a dream, and let me see those visions that will soon become a reality for you and your family. So thank you all for dialing in. God bless you all. Have a good time. And I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. It's go time.
It's go time.
Let them say bye.
Bye, everybody. Hope you had a great time like we did.
All right, as my 9-year-old says all the time, peace.